holy shit, this is last minute. We were supposed to do this like 8 minutes ago, but scheduling, and this is at a weird time. So, hi, internets, videos. I don't know. I'm a little flustered right now. There was supposed to be this whole discussion about, this direct and who we think it's going to be and all that, but yeah, we didn't really have time. It's literally last minute before this thing starts. Call it. Who do you think it's going to be?
Agumon!
There's been a lot of people theorizing that it's Dante. And I kind of see where they're coming from. There has been a lot of hints to it, but I don't know. I'm not convinced yet. I don't think that's someone that Nintendo themselves would choose. At least not at this point in time. I'm standing by its Crash. At least that's who I think it should be, all things considered. Okay, how much time do we have? Where's my clock? Let's see. Oh, geez, it's almost 10. Like, it's literally a few seconds, too.
I'm coming.
Okay. Start, you coward! We're on a schedule here.
I have to go to work.
And I have to do work.
Whoa.
No! I need to incorporate more banjo noises into my life. Oh.
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from Sora Limited.
Ya boy.
We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter. Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
Really?
The development team and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy.
Who could it possibly be then?
Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for
It's
release
Goomba.
after the showcase has been broadcast. So it won't be available right away. Please understand that it will take a little time.
More time needed.
I think even many Nintendo employees will be surprised to see this and say, "Wow, really?"
Agumon.
Let's all
It's
share in
Master
the
Chief,
fun
I'm
of
calling
getting
it.
our hands on the latest information.
And you know what? Maybe
However,
that's why it's so
even if you
secret.
say, "That's not the character I was picturing," I hope you don't have any hard feelings.
Oh, he knows the fans too well.
Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly.
Oh.
Now, let's do this.
Okay, here we go.
Show. Really?
What?
Fire Emblem.
No, I don't think it's actually Fire Emblem.
The time has finally come to unleash the forbidden
Why wouldn't it
spell
be?
of Zaharas upon our enemies!
I don't know.
Why would they show this? The character from Fire Emblem.
This is bizarre. No, wait.
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap?
A lot of people were saying it was going to be Byleth, but I didn't.
In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die? I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice. You must join Smash.
I thought they said they were going to be from franchises that weren't...
Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what was said.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
So joining Smash
Really?
consumes even the darkness itself.
Not even a bowman or anything, they chose the swordman.
Yeah, I mean, I expected a Fire Emblem character to come in the next wave, but not this one.
Or maybe that's the joke. Maybe this is for the next wave and they're going to show the actual character at the end.
I mean, they're gonna show the next one, I'm positive of it. Look at all those sword boys.
So you return, and sooner than expected.
I guess that's
I
death.
see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do?
I will turn into a lady.
So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
Sex change! Oh. Those are the 3 house colors. Oh.
Really?
Yes.
I stand corrected.
Wait a minute. Are they different characters? Later, bitch.
I want to join Smash Brothers
Of
too.
anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics.
Oh, so they just attack with multiple weapons. Alright.
With superior reach. Use Amir's overwhelming power. Unleash the blinding speed of Failnaught.
So it's Link
Along
Ike.
with the sword of the creator. Each weapon matches a direction.
Alright. Go, my children.
Your will and mine be now as one. To you, both sides of time are revealed. Through Smash, show the world.
Hmm. Because they definitely said characters from unrepresented franchises.
Yeah.
That was a thing that he had said. I was a little suspicious when he said even Nintendo staff don't know, because it
Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses
would make sense for it to
joining
be a
the battle.
character from a Nintendo
Fire
game.
Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January 28th. You'll have
Okay,
instant
that's not
access
so
if
long.
you have the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass, and it will also be available for purchase individually. In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry. First off, what is Fire Emblem? It's really hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, a Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful. The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990.
Oh, this
You could
man.
say it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games. You might be wondering what makes it particularly tactical. Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat.
Is he really explaining
You can
Fire
think of
Emblem?
it as moving pieces in a board game. Or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle.
Like, I think we all
It's
get
nothing like this game.
it. You move across the field of Smash one grid at a time, and now you do this to move to get a damage buff.
Each unit is a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games. Plus, something made it stand out from other Nintendo products. Characters could permanently die. That's pretty direct language though, so perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes. But really, if a character fell in battle, you'd lose that unit. They'd be gone and you couldn't use them again. Recent entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you, but a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special. There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem Fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn. And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series.
I was
God
gonna say the
damn.
17th character in Smash.
People who aren't Japanese
Pretty
in
much.
particular might be thinking 17 games. There are that
You know,
many?
if they were going to include a character from an
Well,
existing
if you include
franchise,
Fire Emblem
why
Heroes in
didn't
the
they get
remakes,
a Zelda
but you don't
character?
include the Satellaview game, Tokyo
We have
Mirage
6
Sessions,
Zelda characters,
Cathedral,
half of them
Fire
are
Emblem
linked.
Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games.
We haven't had a
Let's try
newcomer
saying
for
them in
for
Fire Emblem, can
Zelda
you say
since
challenge?
Brawl.
I'll give it a try.
暗黒竜と光の剣、外伝、紋章の謎、聖戦の系譜、トラキア776、
This is a weird way he's counting.
の剣、聖魔の功績、草原の奇跡、
What is up with that?
新暗黒竜新紋章、覚醒イフヒーローズエコーズ風化雪
There you go, 17.
Oh, that's what the symbol was. Everyone thought it was a 3. It was a
So you
17.
saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary.
つまりこれが
This is 0.
You
Over here,
smarmy
you get
motherfucker.
1, and then you get 2. Then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16.
Look at this show off.
Add 1 and you get 17. Awesome, isn't it? You can actually count up to 31 on one hand.
Nerd.
And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023.
畳の数を数える目の数を
If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go.
You try it out when you're bored.
What is Fire Emblem Three Houses?
It's a
In
video
Japanese, the
game.
male version of the main character is called Bereto, and the female version is called Beresu. But in English, they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor.
Hey, look,
who
it's the
ends
Grand
up leading
Companies.
One of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life, and, well, you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you.
It's a game where you fight the 2 sword boys because everybody chooses the girl.
Version of the game before its release.
And the developers knew that, which is why they
The
spoilers.
Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, for example.
Breath of the Wild, what? I heard something I'm
Because I
actually
couldn't
interested
wait
in.
until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter. I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it.
That's a weird
And of
thing to
course,
call
there
out,
weren't any
though.
walkthroughs I could reference.
Oh, geez, he beat Breath of the Wild in 2 days.
The game has multiple routes and
Right?
the outcome of each.
I totally imagine Sakurai just like
Your experience will vary depending
slow-mo
on
launching himself
and
across
many of the
Hyrule.
characters you meet will
He was the
adopt
one who
different
found
roles and
the clip through the
I'll try to
shrine
avoid
glitch.
spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand. Before my demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now, it's actually November. Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version.
It may defer.
As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes. Here I go. So this is our new fighter, Byleth. Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon.
What? I wouldn't say that.
The hero's relic they use changes
Wait a
depending on
minute.
the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like
This
bones, and there's a
stage,
reason for it.
earlier they were inside some
First,
kind of
let's
fancy
talk about
building.
the weapon Byleth uses
Now
for
there
upward
is,
inputs.
do they get
The
2
sword of the
stages to
creator.
boot?
Or maybe
The
this
sword
is
of the creator
outside
here
that
is
building.
Byleth's default weapon.
Well, how would you get
They
inside?
use it for flurry attacks, and
platform
tilt
that
attacks,
rises
such
out
as
of the
down tilt
ground.
attacks, where
Well,
it takes the form of
why would that happen?
Because that happens in every stage
They
like
also
that.
use the sword for
Every
dash attacks
stage.
and other moves.
Castle Siege just kind of falls down.
For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air.
Oh, hey, it's Ivy.
For their up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword
Sometimes
overhead.
not Marth, isn't it?
That really does look like Marth.
This attack lasts for a relatively long
Oh my
time.
god. I'm so
The up
sad.
special move is really something. The sword extends like this, allowing you to do things like this. It was
Okay, that's kinda
pretty
cool.
terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition, you can do awful things
Well, that's
like
just
this.
mean. Do you ever want to be Joker but be even more of an asshole?
Damage reaches a certain percentage.
This up B works like Joker's tether, but it's also a meteor smash, and you bounce off their
You may find
head,
it helpful to mid-air dodge.
and it's a
I've
tether.
already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges.
I was gonna say
So
that it's
that's
kind of
the
like
Zuppo.
Link meets
Now, for the
Joker.
sideways inputs. This is Erdvar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology.
So now this is kind of cool. You can
First,
like
they'll go
tilt
for the
it
forward
and it'll
and
be a
back
different
air
smash.
As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so. Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right? If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it.
This character was specifically
Next, the
designed to
side
counter
smash
Marth.
attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
They love adding characters with ridiculously long forward smashes.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger.
First it was Shulk that was
But if you
ridiculously
knock an
long,
opponent
and
down,
then Corrin
the
was
side
even
attack
longer
will
than
flip.
that,
You can
and
also add a
then
downward tilt to aim
Simon
for
went even longer. How does this one stack up?
it. By the way,
Do you
the
have
tip
the
of
length?
lance is more powerful.
Oh.
Oh
The
god.
shaft part is weaker, so it's not suited to close combat.
Yeah, this guy is gonna
It won't
be
deal much damage.
all
and it
over
won't launch
tournaments, I can already
opponents far.
tell.
That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward. Or downward in this case.
Oh, is that just the front
Next, the
smash?
side special move. Byleth will simply swing the lance like this, but again, it is excellent reach.
I mean, this character looks
For
cool.
example, even when your
It's
opponent
not
is
really
at this
what
distance,
I
it'll
was-
still hit.
They broke their own rule.
Actually,
Yeah,
it
because
is
that was
smash
definitely
attack
something we
forward
were
shows.
told,
Like this.
that it would be all new franchises, and up until this point,
But
that's
as
the
you'd
rule
expect,
that they've
it
been
can be
following.
easily shielded, so
So
be
where's this coming from?
careful. Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area. Returning to the side air attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it well.
I do stand
Although
by
you'll
that
be
they're going
vulnerable
to
when you land.
reveal another character at the very end, just because it's
Now,
been so
for the
long.
downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir. It's named after a weapon that
I mean,
appears
if
in
they
new
follow the
Rabbinic
same
canon.
pattern they have been, the next
First,
character
the
will be out
downward
in
attack.
March.
It
'Cause
really
it's been
is
every
strong.
2 months.
You can try for a meteor effect with this attack. Next is the down smash attack.
You know, I can see this character being fun. I like heavies.
As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power.
And it looks like they have a nice little mix of quick and
for the
heavy
down
attacks.
special,
And also they
Byleth
basically have the
all their
Ganon
smashes
Stomp, which I'm okay with.
devastating stroke. It's a bold move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different. When readying the move, there's a super armor effect.
Really? You're gonna put super armor on a super
which
move
allows
like
you to
that?
withstand an attack.
It's like, please use this character competitively so we can justify its inclusion. Okay, thanks. Look at that.
Plays out like this.
Look at that.
It's a bit slower than the Falcon
My
Punch.
God.
Due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage. Unless you get grabbed. Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms. While you're charging up, you can breeze past platforms like this to reach a lower area.
Do you want to know what it
It won't
is?
let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack.
Okay.
Also, you can turn around during the move. The swing takes a while, so if an opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction. Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents. Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little. It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them. By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters. It hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this could just get you hit by counter after counter. Next, we have the neutral moves.
Hey, look
The
at
bow
this.
you use is called Failnaught, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around.
I do like spinny neutrals.
It's also easy to create certain combos with it. And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow.
Oh, is the
It's
B
pretty
of a bow
straightforward, right?
move? I can't
But
I
there are a
can't
few
believe
noteworthy
it.
aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button. You can also change direction while in the stance. It works up until this point, but if you keep holding the button, you'll unleash a powerful
Oh my
arrow
God.
like beam of light. You can perform this move
I
by
assume that
keeping
some
the
of these
button held down.
traits are going to be
You charge up
adjusted
power like so.
before
Charge
the
a bit
character
more,
comes
and then
out.
fire.
Because there's a lot
But
going
again,
on
you'll
here.
need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield.
Okay, it looks like they're very
In other
high
words,
risk,
you're
high
committed to
reward.
firing it.
Which means that once again, this character
you
is
see, a
definitely going to be
situation like
used
this is
competitively
pretty
a
terrible.
lot, and people are going to find ways to make confirms.
Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything. Which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move. Letting you deal a
She's
sudden blow to opponents.
30% on a projectile.
So you need to think
Doesn't even
carefully
take that
when
long
using
to
this projectile
charge.
weapon.
Granted,
This
you're
final smash is
vulnerable
called
during
Progenitor
it, but
God, Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move
Progenitor
called
God
Ruptured
Ruptured
This is
Heaven.
enhanced
That is a
version.
title right there.
As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together.
I think you mean you join forces with JPEGover.
Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and fifth colors
Yeah,
are,
there
as
it
you can
is.
see, reminiscent of the house leaders. Those
Of
of you
course.
who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to. The sixth color is based on Sothis, who you just saw earlier.
I like this kind of thing, though.
And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story.
I have
You see
not
this
seen
variation in Final
anything of this
Smash.
game, and I can already guess what it is.
Next, I'll introduce the stage. For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garreg Mach Monastery. This is how Garreg Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral, all in one stage.
4 places?
It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these 4. Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these 4 areas. The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping.
Well, it's a
The guests that
marketplace.
appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy.
I'm
For that
exclusively
reason, I guess
calling
you
that
could
guy
say Dimitri
Dudu
is the
now.
future king.
You cannot
It's
stop me,
difficult. He
Sakurai.
may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an
I have
unfortunate
become
one.
too powerful for your mere limitations.
There are vendors on either side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but here you can break them, you see.
I do like all the destructible
If you
objects
do break
in this
them-
stage. That's kind of cool.
The stage will
I
expand
like
to
when the
left and
stage
right.
is interactive.
I wonder where people will buy their supplies now.
Look what you've done. You've
And in
destroyed the
background,
economy.
You can see the gatekeeper. You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like
Oh,
you
so it is
can't
just a random
stop,
floating platform. You know what? That's kind of a cool transition.
you'll
It's
come
different.
crashing back down.
I
You broke through the
appreciate it.
ceiling and slammed into the
I see
building.
what you're doing.
And the guests in the reception hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles. Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard. They're from the Adressian Empire. And as such, they embrace their military might. Edelgard is
You
one
can
of
tell they
characters
embrace the
who's
military
central to
might
the conflict.
by all the mini skirts they're wearing.
Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals. You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage. It's possible to knock them down. However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though. So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go, I made it. And you can knock it down. Also, you can break this table. Like so. Just like the sign that reads Fudin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range. Next up, the bridge. The camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's very wide indeed.
You know, I honestly kind of wish that this was the stage just right here. I
similar to
really
the Bridge
like
of Elden
bridge
stage.
stages for some reason.
The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Leicester Alliance. Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch. Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen. You could also say it's a place where
Yeesh, the
stalemate
range
really
on that.
shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
Just have a mini bow of light.
The last area is the Cathedral, only with some platforms you can pass through. The guests appearing in the Cathedral are Sedith, Flane, and Rhea. There's Sedith, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flane. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. All three have character quirks related to their true identities.
I wonder who they could
I
be.
feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes. Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side. Alright, here we go, Joker.
Come on, Sakurai.
Joker! And Hero!
Don't you dare do this to my mans.
Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo! By now, I think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the professor here.
I'm disappointed. I wanted to see him play as
But as
Banjo
expected,
again.
it's going to be
I just wanted to see more Banjo in general.
Using anything I can get my hands on. It's not going to land that easily.
I would like to know what level this AI is, though.
Shenanigans.
Just for my own curiosity, I'd like to know.
I better keep my distance. I'll use this chance to attack. Got him. That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here. Lots of explosives. Ouch.
He's such a dad. Lots of explosives. Ouch. Oh, hey, a soccer ball.
Like this, or like so. No anti-air, huh? There, the soccer ball connected. Good, there's Mom.
It's Mom and
You're in a
Dad.
good spot, Mom. Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not. I feel like the enemy might get this smash ball. See? They got it.
You don't really get
Mustn't
credit
give
for predicting that, let's be real.
I can't waste this chance.
I broke their shield really easily.
There's another smash ball. Yes, got it. Now, what are you charging up for? There's still more. Whack.
Oh, you can go through platforms with that. I mean, it makes sense, but it just for some reason never occurred to me.
Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him. I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game. It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
Oh god, more Fire Emblem music too.
Now, about the
It
additional
was
music.
so hard sorting it last time because I don't
Since it's
play
from the
these
Fire Emblem
games.
series, we'll be adding each of the new
Ugh.
tracks to all the Fire
I
Emblem
try and
stages.
sort all of the music
There are
per
already a lot of
stage
Fire Emblem tracks
so that
in
there's
the
like an
game.
even
A selection
distribution
this time
and
has
that the
been
songs
made
are
taking those
appropriate to each
existing
stage that
tracks
they
into
appear on.
consideration.
But oh my
11
god,
songs are
even
being
more.
added.
Well, you know, I guess it's
This
pretty
includes an
easy. Just
arrangement
put
of the
the
main
songs
theme in both
from this
Japanese
game
and English.
on this stage. That'll, I
I
still
hope
have to
you'll
do
enjoy
it
this as
though.
well.
Ugh.
We're also adding in a new spirit board.
I should certainly hope so.
It includes the house leaders among some of the other.
I thought
popular
that second
characters.
one over was in an A pose, but that's her braid. I thought she had a weird arm.
Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new Classic Mode route, a Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history. The final battle is against
Just
Master
showing
Hand and
off how
Crazy
many
Hand,
Fire Emblem
but you'll
characters
find
are
that
in.
Something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
Really, in the classic mode. Okay.
Now for the Mii Fighter costumes. Please take a look.
Oh geez, is there going to be another blowout like last time? Well, not last time, but we're not going to get more surprising than Sans. Let's be real. What? Really? Really? Oh no. Oh no. Well, you know what? Not playable. I'm okay with it. I will accept this. More Mega Man. That was a base. Oh, it's the X costume again. Okay. I honestly thought that was already in the game. I know it was in 4. Another Mega Man. Jeez, are they adding every single Mega Man as a Mii fighter, as a Mii gunner? What? Really? Really? Wow. That's really cool. And that's kind of clever too. It's got the little shooty finger. And it comes with music. Wow. Okay, I'm more excited about that than I am Byleth. I'm gonna have to get that one, if only for the music.
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume. And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation. I hope you enjoy these as well.
How much time is left? How long have we been going?
After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature.
It's not going to be
If
for much
someone has
longer.
created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it. And now, onto the amiibo.
Oh, yes. I forgot, those come out tomorrow.
Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Dark Samus and Richter are planned for release on Friday, January
Yes,
17th.
I'm getting those.
And now, with the addition of Byleth,
You know what?
the Fighters Pass
They have to
is
do
finally
another
complete.
one, because this is just like
Lineup
with
is
4,
Joker,
where they
Hero,
ended on a Fire
Banjo
Emblem
Kazooie,
character, and a bunch of
Terry
people were
Bogard,
like, really, another one? But they're going to have one more.
From more than 70
positive.
fighters, only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
Projectile spamming, that already exists, my dude.
As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
How many? Is it another wave of 5? Ooh, baby. 6. Ooh.
Looks like there will be 1 more fighter than last time.
Okay.
For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep an eye out. And now that it's official, we intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry.
I wonder who
that they
chose
have to
this
release
wave of
Fighters
characters.
Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed. Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchased it. Furthermore,
I'm
the new
gonna.
additions have already been decided.
I'm a sheep and I'm not ashamed
Even
of
if I
it.
receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them.
This is a way of telling you to shut
But I
up
still
already.
hope you'll look forward to it. We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume. But this time, here's what we have.
Let me guess, it's another Mii costume.
It's a Mii Fighter costume
Oh.
for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
It even comes with the mullet.
This will not be for sale individually,
Okay, I guess not.
so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Yeah, that's neat. Pretty cool.
It's been reported
What
that
do you
Super
have?
Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest-selling fighting game in the world. Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world.
Well, yeah, of course it's a fighting game. It's what you do.
Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 1.
It should be.
Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely. Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there would be more DLC, which means no breaks for me. I plan to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. You know what? There was some cool stuff in there. Yeah, there we go. That's the end. You know, I guess we should really stop expecting a one more thing at the end. They really did spoil us with those. But hey, I mean, I'm not disappointed. I'll say that. I'm not disappointed. I'm mostly just annoyed that the info we got before was wrong. Because we were told before all of this stuff that the characters would be from what they said was unrepresented franchises. That's what they said. And now here we are, and that's not the case. That's what I'm mostly annoyed at. That's partially why I was so surprised they were going to do another bait and switch. I mean, not only is there precedence for that, but it's just what was said was incorrect. But you know what? I appreciate that they put more into this character, so it's not just, hey, another boring old sword fighter. Well, you know, I shouldn't say boring. They put more into it, which is good. And, you know, the character looks fun. Wouldn't be the first DLC character that I've barely even touched. Looking at you, Hero. But, you know, I've already gotten my number 1 choice. And then my number 2 choice. So, you know what? I'm good. I'm still good to go. Plus, we got 6 more. Jeez, I expected another wave of 5, maybe. But I did not expect 6 more characters. Jeez, that means we're going to be doing this for another year. Oh my god. How long is Smash Ultimate going to last? God damn. I mean, it deserves to last. I just hope that the developers aren't too upset about this development. I guess we'll find out. I'm also still just kind of disappointed we didn't get Crash. I wanted Crash. Although, you know what? 6 characters, geez. There's still room for more. Who knows? I hope we get a Zelda character. I want another Zelda character so bad. We probably won't get one. I don't know why, because there are plenty of options. But, you know what? There it is. Thanks for watching, guys. And bye, I guess.